Waiters. What's the most ridiculous order someone has placed, and how did you handle it? I worked at an upscale Italian restaurant where a single customer's bizarre order exposed a massive money laundering operation. It started when this guy in an expensive suit walked in during our slowest hour, around 3 p.m. He sat alone and ordered 47 plates of our most expensive pasta, the $89 black truffle linguine. Not for a party, just for himself. When I asked if he was expecting others, he just smiled and said, "No, just getting dinner." I thought it was a joke until he pulled out a thick stack of $100 bills. My manager came over, probably thinking the same thing I was. This had to be a prank, but the man insisted, paying $4,183 in cash up front. Our chef was furious. We'd have to use all our truffle supply, meaning we couldn't serve the dish to other customers that night. But the man didn't care. He just sat there, typing on his phone, while we prepared plate after plate. As each dish came out, he would take exactly one bite, then push it aside. He'd photograph each plate with his phone before asking for the next one. Something felt very wrong about this whole situation. Around plate 20, I noticed he was sending the photos to someone. After each picture, he'd receive a text back with just numbers. That's when I spotted something odd. He was weighing each plate with a small scale hidden under his napkin. By plate 35, another man in a similar suit came in, sat at the bar, and ordered nothing. He just watched our customer while pretending to read a newspaper. Every few minutes, they would make eye contact and nod. I started documenting everything on my phone. The exact number of plates, the weight measurements, the cash payment, the text exchanges. Something bigger was happening here. When he finished eating, really just sampling, all 47 plates, he asked for the leftovers to be packed up. As I boxed everything, I noticed he was particularly interested in which containers held which plate numbers. That's when I saw it. Tiny bags of white powder hidden inside the pasta of certain plate numbers. The truffle pasta was just a cover. They were using our restaurant to move drugs, testing which plates made it through their system without detection. I quietly called the police, but before they arrived, both men somehow knew and disappeared. They left behind all the pasta containers and the cash. The police found over $200,000 worth of cocaine hidden in specific numbered containers. It turned out our restaurant wasn't the only one. This group had been running this scheme at high-end restaurants across the city. They'd order massive amounts of expensive dishes, hide drugs in specific plates, then track which ones made it through based on the photos and weights. The FBI got involved. They found that over 20 restaurants had been unknowingly used as drug transit points. The criminals would pay in cash, making it look like legitimate high-value orders on the restaurant's books. 2 months later, they caught both men trying the same scheme at a French restaurant in Boston. The entire operation was worth millions. They had been using fancy restaurants because no one questioned rich people making ridiculous orders and paying in cash. 6 other waiters had reported similar incidents, but none of us had been believed. After all, who would suspect a man ordering too much pasta was actually running an international drug operation? The restaurants were just happy to have big spending customers.